Welcome to segment 3 of History 1302, Mr. Covert's class. First chapter in this one is chapter 24, A Divided World, the Early Cold War, 1945 to 1963. We'll be discussing the origins of the Cold War, fighting communism, cold and hot war, spies in our midst, and finally averting nuclear war. The person of interest in this chapter is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. He is the youngest man ever elected as United States President, age 43. He is the only U.S. President to win the Pulitzer Prize for Biography, winning it in 1957. John F. Kennedy and William Howard Taft are the only two U.S. presidents buried in Arlington National Cemetery. He is the first president to be born in the 20th century. He is the only U.S. president who died before his parents. He served as both congressman and senator from the state of Massachusetts, and Kennedy is the first and only Catholic and the first Irish-American president. Chapter 25, In a Land of Plenty, Contentment and Discord, 1945 to 1960. In this chapter, we will be discussing securing the New Deal legacy, a middle-class America, popular culture in the 50s, and finally, Freedom Now, the Civil Rights Movement. There is no slide for this one. I couldn't find anything about what I wanted to talk about, which is the baby boomer generation. A baby boomer is a person who was born during the demographic post-World War II baby boom. The term baby boomer is sometimes used in a cultural context and sometimes used to describe someone who was born during the post-World War II baby boom. In general, baby boomers are associated with a rejection or redefinition of traditional values. One of the unique features of the boomers was that they tended to think of themselves as a special generation, very different from those who had come before. Finally, 76 million American children were born between the years 1945 and 1964. Chapter 26. In this chapter, we will be discussing a nation divided, the Vietnam War, 1945 to 1975. We will discuss the long road to war, fighting in Vietnam, controversy on the home front, and finally the long road to peace. Some facts about the Vietnam War. We had started advisors there in 1959 to 1975. The peace treaty was signed in 1973, but fighting continued until April of 1975. Casualties: 58,236 were killed in action, 1,740 were missing in action, and over 303,000 were wounded in action. Here is the first person listed as killed in the Vietnam conflict. He was OSS Lieutenant Colonel A. Peter Dewey in 1945. The last people killed, U.S. service personnel killed, was on April 29, 1975, Marines Charles McMillan and Darwin Judge. Here's an interesting fact. Floyd James Thompson was captured on March 26, 1964 and released March 16, 1973. He spent 10 days short of 9 years as a POW. He is the longest held POW of the Vietnam War and the longest held POW in United States history. And this concludes segment 3, History 1302.